Hey folks, today I'm going to help you out with changing a carburetor on a 192T or a 200T Stihl top handle climber saw. This is a new carb, there's the old carb. Symptoms for me was just after 17 years of ownership, I could just pull 10 million times and barely get the thing running. Fuel lines are good, primer bulb is good, fuel's good, spark plug new, and just after a while it would just get to where I couldn't get it to stay running. You know, it would fart a little and kind of get going, and for probably a year it got to where I less and less would be able to maintain the thing running good. There's valves and stuff in here that eventually wear out. Now, to get in here, of course, you're gonna pull your back cover, just twist the knob, pop that. Then you pop the air cleaner off, and then you're gonna be left with this guy right here. And there's me, just two screws, or two nuts rather, one there and one there. And you got to work the edge with a screwdriver around this perimeter, but you just pry this out, okay? So that's gonna come off. You just got to pry this housing right here outward and upward a little bit to release that black plastic panel. Next thing you're going to do is pull this fuel line down, and when you pull this carb off, there's no more bolts to do. You just got to yank this carb back, and it's going to be kind of suctioned on there. So this is the only line you have to pull. You got another fuel line up ahead, and it plugs straight forward. You can kind of see it, that male-female junction. So that plugs right in there. So once you've swapped your carb, you just slide that back on. Now your throttle is a little bit funky, so that's the orientation of that rod. You see that orange swivel bracket and that candy cane steel rod right there. The dog leg curves to the left, and it hooks into your throttle bracket right there, right where my thumbnail is. That slot, okay? So it's a vertical link that pulls up. You got your three screws on that side, and this big slot right here, that's the one. So your trigger mechanism, let me use a screwdriver for a pointer. So here's my screwdriver. Right here, see that silver rod? That is a tensioner that gets clipped in. It's on the other side of this little blade right here. So that tension spring hooks into this little tab right here. That is what makes this interlock pop up. Okay? So you see that. Now this lockout is what prevents your trigger from being depressed. So that pin goes into a pivot bore right there. This one goes into a bore right here. And this, so here's your screw hole and here's your other screw hole. This little orange C bracket dog legs over that dowel. So that when you depress this trigger, I gotta be real careful these things don't fly out. Go down with this, up with this, we get that right there. And if you do happen to unclip these wires, you don't have to do this to do the carburetor. But let's say you're putting a whole rebuilt unit back together. The way that these wires go, I'm going to try to catch it for you. That black wire, you see how this tab wraps around this boss right here? Okay. The way to put that in is to just take this metal clip, stick it in the wire, use a pair of needle nose pliers to insert the wire into its holder, and that dog leg there will wrap up and around that pin, and then it'll come around the bottom side of that boss here. And this one, the yellow wire, hooks into this metal clip back here. You can see how it wraps around and it coils up. This is the deeper one. The yellow wire goes to the deeper one. The black wire goes to the shallower one. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I know it's a little bewildering when you first look at it, especially if all the pieces fly out of the handle. Now when you do pull that carburetor off, if you got gas in the tank, beware, it's going to shoot out all over your feet, okay? It's going to shoot out from here and just, especially if it's hot and the carb is, and the tank is pressurized. Now guys, I want to show you about a difference in these two carburetors for the 192. There's a number on one, there's a number on the other, and look at that clip. But the real big difference, see that screw right there sticking out? Okay, now I think that kind of helps you see that this adjustment screw sticks way further out, and now you'll really see the difference when I switch to this dimension. Well, here's another thing. There's this little baffle piece snaps in, and there's a notch for that baffle right in front of my fingertip. There's a little tang. This carburetor does not have that. It doesn't have the tang, and it doesn't take that piece. But look at the difference in the bell crank. Okay, And on this model, that adjustment screw is in this bottom cap, which is removable. See, there's a little wing sticking out. On this one, it's threaded into the body. So these are two different part numbers.